Hello everyone, it's Jero, and today we got a engineer video and I'm doing it differently. You've asked for gameplay, you've asked for the build and explanation. I'm going to give it to you all at the same time on the screen. It is paused right now. You can see I'm running with pistol. Slick shoes isn't in this build, but it might be in the future one. We got rocket boots, we got elixir S, we got grenade kit, we got supply crate, we've got healing turret all on the right hand side. As you can see on the top left, you can see the tool belt skills as well. This build is going to give you a lot of running around ability because you're going to be going for, and we'll have a look because the traits will come up in a second as well. It is going to be firearms, tools, grenades, with all of the explosions, of course, in that lat line. So you want to go for grenadier, you want to go for blast shield as well, explosive entrance, you know, that grants you the barrier you need, which is an explosive. So I explained that so many times. Flashbang as well, which is going to give you some daze as well as some blindness as well when you're coming out with the explosive entrance. So you want a ton of vigor, because if you remember rightly, explosive entrance means your first attack when entering combat explodes, dealing damage to nearby foes, and it refreshes after a dodge roll. So you want tons of energy and vigor and regeneration to help you get that going back up. You've got swiftness through speeder kits, of course, sorry, streamline kits as it's called forever. Then you've got the classic condition damage coming out here. You haven't got the shared damage or condition damage with your team. Let's go into the game and see how it goes. Now we'll talk about the game and pause bits and bobs as we go through and talk about all the different things, of course. Don't forget as well, in the final line, now in the tools line actually as well, very good to point out, reactive lenses is something which will save your ass a lot. 90-second cooldown, ICD in the traits, of course, which you may think isn't great, but it is pretty good because it is going to help you get resistance as well as making sure that, you know, you're going to get that cheeky break stun, which you've got from Elixir S as well. We have actually got, as in this build, cleansing sigil as well as smoldering on the offhand pistol, and we've got Rune of the Engineer, which gives condition damage. It gives you toughness as well as giving you condition damage increase of 125 and increases your strike damage dealt by 7% while wielding conjured weapons, environmental weapons, kits and banners, so you get extra 7% strike damage. Now that's great with your grenades, of course, don't forget. I have opted to go for this option of going around the side so we can potentially pick up the AoE damage on the targets right at the backside. Unfortunately, someone's already gone down. Our team, the Reapers, just blindly run onto the point. That always happens, everyone, doesn't it? I'm actually, interestingly enough, I'm in the same match as Bowborn, who is one of the streamers on Twitch as well. Might chuck his link below if he sees this as well. Feel free to chuck it in the comments below. I am actually just going to bail. Don't forget, rocket boots, a really good blast finisher. Use that with your heals. Use that with your F1 skill as well. Don't forget, really strong. And here I just +1 because, you know, we've lost this fight here. We lost 2 people. They might be coming over to our close point, because normally a lot of people do this, don't they? They push the far, even though they've wiped the enemy, they're respawning, and normally that's a big mistake. Instead, you know, we've got respawners, they're going to cover that. Hopefully this Ellie just doesn't die, and I've gone over to +1 Bowborn. They've been slow to rotate. Also, because I'm just really fast. I've got swiftness, I've got rocket boots as well. That is a lot of swiftness, a lot of speed, and a lot of maneuverability around the map. We've just +1, we didn't need to. Looks like he's already got it anyway. Got a little bit of damage in there, which is nice, you know. You might see the play button come up at the bottom. I'm just commentating over the top of a video. Bowborn's going to get out. I'm going to cover him with a little bit of damage, but you know what? I'm 1v2, he's low. I'm going to get out as well. Use my Elixir S, loads of damage reduction. Gonna use my stuff to get out as well. Rocket boots, they don't know where I am. Bowborn's still hanging out, that's okay. Knows to disengage. 2 members of our team are gonna get that boss kill, which gives us extra stats. I'm gonna go mid. Now they do have a bunker guardian here. Although I'm not sure it's totally bunker because he's got res signet, but he's not using it very much. I say they is probably better because I don't know who they are. Condition damage, like application on this build, is really strong. So even versus like a bunker guardian with shout support, runes, you can inflict a lot of condition damage. You wasn't expecting it. Probably used a lot of shouts on my, you know, only a couple of conditions on them, and I reapply burning pretty damn quick. As you can see, I've called target on the Guardian. Since they're pretty pressured, they're probably going to go down quite quick. Have already analyzed that there's 3 of us versus 1 or 2 people right now, so I'm going to make sure that we've got our close point covered, and it's absolutely fine. Also, their elementalist is pushing our close point, but actually trying to just escape. So I'm going to help him get a little bit of damage on there and finish him off. Really, really good. I've already said, please do not go over to the right hand side. Do not push their respawning players. And thankfully, they're not, because I am instead. Because I know by now they've probably respawned. I know that the respawn is coming out in about 15 seconds or so time. I know that I can maybe get to the point with my speed, with my rocket boots as well. And I can get a cheeky decap, which is what I do indeed. So I'm not going to stay for the full cap. Hopefully not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to go to mid and also just the rest of the map. Come back out. I know they're not coming here anyway, so I know that potentially they've just rushed to mid. We've got downstate, and I immediately go for the res assist here. And it's easy. It's not too much pressure here at all. Unfortunately, it looks like we've lost the cap, but that's okay. We lost close as well, and the mesmer is going to go down indeed. Look at that, 1,275 tick of burning there as well. Supply crate is going to stun daze the Guardian, the bunker Guardian. That's going to stop him from using res signet. It doesn't have it available as well, so I'm not sure if that was the case. If I did interrupt that, let's just go back and have a look. Instant replay. It does have the signet. Maybe he got interrupted by someone else there. Not too sure. Anyway, it's okay. Oh, Mesmer actually, Mesmer got up. My bad. My bad completely. Did get that off. I actually thought I may have interrupted that. Let's see. Oh, I did. No, I used renewed fire. Okay, fine. It's okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you know, I tried. I tried my best. I just missed that. It's late, okay, people? It's 10 to 12. Anyway. As we come back, we are still focusing on the Guardian. Now here we have made a massive mistake. This Revenant shouldn't have pushed too far and should be aware that we are currently way too far pushed, and they're getting a free regroup of us. I try to get a cheeky res here, and at the very least it gives us our 2v1 mid to maybe equal things up. I use the heal, I use the rocket boots to get out of there, as well as spamming my tool belt 1 skill, which is going to give me in my water field, and we're absolutely fine. I'm moving back over to mid. We've got a Necro as well. We are going to be in a 4v5 right now, which is going to be a bit awkward. But it might be okay, everyone. It might be okay. I'm making sure that I've got range and I'm not going to get... Oh, that was a nice interrupt actually by the engineer. Not sure why I pulled that. Pulled up my friend list. Obviously, like, make sure you use your pistol 4 on the same level, because sometimes you can hit players below. I'm not sure why. It seems a bit weird. Because it's more of a cone than anything else. But make sure you're trying to use it on the same level as enemies. That's a big tip there as well. I'm actually commentating more on the game rather than my gameplay. Here, like, make sure you use that poison on the corpse as well. You don't have a lot of HP, so being very, very aware of your HP is pretty damn important. Getting that stealth off myself, trying to just pop some nades off, and my teammates have made big mistakes here. The Ranger is leaving, and which normally would have been okay, isn't, unfortunately, in this circumstance. The Revenant as well has left, and has left us technically in a 3v5, but there were enemy team members, currently down, but it was the Guardian was still up. Other players as well, they got a cheeky res. The Necro left as well, so I was left with someone else to try and make sure we got a ton of cleave, and I was already pressured. So a little bit too hasty on the leave there from the rest of our teammates. We did get a boss kill, we did get the decap, so it's not the end of the world. And here they really need to just stay out of this fight. Necro needs to leave. Ranger is just hovering around, they're doing fine. But otherwise, yeah, I'm a bit unlucky. A little bit of a misplay, but it's okay in the end. As they don't continue that reign of not fantasticness. And I do just indicate, don't go mid with a big cross. Now just going to far, maybe to go for a little bit of a cheeky 1v1 now. Not the greatest idea to go versus the engineer there. You can see I use my glue shot. It's going to get immobilized. Can get a cheeky amount of damage off as well. I've got supply crate. And I use my heal to just try and get out there a little tiny bit as I do see someone else coming in. Flamethrower is just nasty damage. I've only got 15k HP. I can get a ton of damage off of this guy, and I know he's not got much condition removal either. So, you know, I'm trying to get the blinds out, pistol damage, getting that smoldering off, that extra burning duration as well, and just trying to do my best. Now, I do get a ton of damage off on him, but he just pops the heal, he's back pretty much, and he is a scrapper, don't forget. So they're going to be able to get a ton of barrier. They're back to almost full HP, and that player is down as well. So I know that right now I could just get +1. So, but I also see they're going for the boss. Gonna try and go for the steal. Not going to be enough, I don't think. In the end, I was a little bit late for that. I did try, you know, but make sure you don't die in that situation, and also just making sure the Necro tries to go to our mid to back us up. Oh, unfortunately the Herald does go down on our close point. It looks like that downstate damage. Now I know the Ranger is low, go for the stealth, not seeing me coming up. Here's Bowborn as well, as getting a nice pull there, and that is going to be awesome damage coming out onto the Ranger. Fantasticness. I use my Elixir S. 6 stacks of poison ain't gonna matter. I can downstate him pretty easy in the end to take him down. Really, really handy to get stealth off for surprise attacks, surprise grenade barrages, to get a ton of burning off coming out of your burning trades. With our Ranger there, really, really low HP, he's going to just back off behind us. I'm going to cover him a little bit, put my heal down as well as my med packs. They're going to be fine now. Rocket boots for me. We're back to full HP. Here we go. Boom. We're trying to get out of there as fast as possible. And the you could see there as well, there was the Guardian trying to get off a little bit of a cheeky res. They did get a lot off, and surprisingly, even without having a big support ourselves, because of rotations, like, we were able to outplay this team completely, which was awesome in all honesty, especially because they did have a lot of damage. But I feel like maybe with the Engineer specifically and the Ellie and the Guardian, maybe they needed a little bit more to take us out. But we did great, and just making sure we leave. Got a cheeky amount of stealth off there. I did see someone downstairs, so I want to make sure they were dead, but I think they're already gone out anyway of the game. And just making sure we can finish this off in style. We're still really, really close. 3-2-4 to 3-5-5 at the moment. Just going around. I'm going to be going for a cheeky decap. Might even go for the full cap here. Really, really just depends. We're getting the boss as well. Unfortunately, we have lost the Herald once again. They've died so much. Decap, they don't have any capture points coming in. We've got buff from the boss as well as 25 points going around over towards mid. You can see how mobile this build is. It really is just so mobile. Ranger looks like he might go down here as well. So low HP. Now here you go. There's some support available. They know they're Bowborn's smart. Doesn't use any damage on the enemy. There goes the easy res with the stealth. Give them a cheeky little heal. They're back in. They haven't followed up on the kill. And then they're in trouble here as well. We did see the lightning flash coming out from the element of the sand. Could you see the amount of damage that just got popped onto that Engineer? Elixir S isn't going to be available for me. I know it's cheeky towards the end of the game, and I actually do get the downstate. And the spike in the end. I'm on a rampage here. There's not much I can do. I'm feeling like this fight might not be going our way. As they push, we lose another person, and I'm like, yep, we just want to win this game now. And they've been so hard on like just team fights that I'm just, here we go. I'm playing Thief. I'm basically playing Thief. So that's kind of the role I'm playing in this. Always just making sure Far's decapped, pulling them out of the fights, and then the rest of our team kind of stay in mid, which isn't necessary. They should have just pulled out a little bit earlier, gone to defend home point, but the red team just aren't rotating at all. They could go for their boss, but I'm going to get this cap. We're going to have a double cap, and we're going to lead to the win. Pretty good job, in all honesty. The build is fun. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Make sure you're popping off those medkit packs as well for yourself and for allies. They're really, really handy. They actually give them a good chunk of HP, to be honest. And to be fair, just making sure that you're using things like, you know, Sigil of Cleansing. So remove one condition when you swap to this weapon while in combat. The reason I use that, I use that normally with kits, because it gives me more control over my condition removal. So when I switch, I know that I'm going to remove the condition rather than just hitting someone and just removing, you know, a random condition that's on me. So I've got a little bit more control when you use it on the weapon swap. Smoldering as well. boom, boom, boom. We win the game. Your team wins. So don't forget the build will be in the description below. It is using the Rune of the Engineer as well. Ooh, fun times. I hope you enjoyed the match, everyone. I'm just going to have it in the background, maybe playing while I'm kind of talking you out of the build of the things. Patreon, don't forget if you want to follow on there, this build and this video and this explanation was out on there live first. If you want to help me name these builds, that would be cool. I'm not sure what to call this. I think I'm going to call it the pistol build. I don't know. If you've enjoyed this and you're also excited about Path of Fire, which is an old expansion, it's actually End of Dragons, the latest Guild Wars 2 expansion, which is released on February the 28th. Make sure you get in the description below and also hit the link because you can support the channel by purchasing it, as well as going to Patreon, getting these videos early. I'm going to be releasing a ton more videos like this. Give me your feedback. Was this something that you enjoyed seeing more than me just explaining a build, kind of explaining bits as well as explaining the gameplay, my own rotations, and how I feel when I'm in the map, when I'm playing this build, how useful it is, the role I'm playing, things like that. Tell me what you think. Thanks so much for watching. You take care, and I'll see you later. Bye bye for now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more Shiver Unity and Death.